And today we are chatting to a legend of the business world, the small business world, Sheldon Thatchell from the Legends Barbershop. Now, the Legends Barber is an amazing success story. They are a prolific employment creator. They're an award-winning African business, small business, a very fast-growing, who got the award for being the best African grooming service or male barber on the continent. So it's very exciting to talk to you today, Sheldon. I want to start by just giving you an opportunity to tell us about your business. What is Legends Barber all about?
Hi, Dishan, and thanks for having me. Thanks for having me online. So I think Legends Barbershop is definitely the coolest barbershop out there, just to say it in a sense. But also we are looking to make a difference in all the communities that we're going on. And the same like recruiting local talent and developing that local talent into basically skilled barbers for them to have a skill, and it's a skill that will live with them forever. And with that skill, they are able to make a living and basically make a difference in the community that we work.
That's brilliant. So you've really been on quite a recruiting drive. When I last chatted to you, you were just starting out. I think you had one barbershop. And that's a good couple of years ago now. Is it what, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah, it was exactly 6 years ago. 6 years ago, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like that. Every time when we relaunched 2014, and I made sure the Branson Center of Entrepreneurship. So yeah. So I think like one of my mentors as well during the time, and I really appreciate all that advice that you did.
Thank you, Sheldon. Thanks for giving that shout out. But you went from there, from one shop to, how many shops have you got now?
So tomorrow we open our 35th
35.
Yeah, 35 stores. Yes.
And you have over 300
stores.
employees.
Yes, over 330 employees, and these are based in South Africa, and also there's one store in Botswana as well.
Yes, because you've got your African expansion thing going on. I can see by your website that you are definitely hoping to become the best barbershop in Africa. And just to give our viewers a chance to get a sense here of who these guys are, they're providing you with professional grooming services throughout South Africa, but they also have this store in Gaborone in Botswana. And as you can see, they are really on their way to being on the African soil in big numbers, but also they want to go across the world. It says here, the Legendary Barbers have been trained to give you exceptional service, quality haircuts, and excellent advice on the use of outstanding Legends products. So Sheldon, I am terribly inspired by your story, but before I get to gushy, I want to get into the business of people management with you. You've gone so quickly from being a one-man shop to 30 stores to over 300 employees in a very short space of time. In the time that you've grown, what has it been like to get people on board with your business culture and to get employees to understand what the Legends value system is all about?
Yeah, I think one of the main things that you find in any business, and you'll find that the biggest problem could be people, and that will also be basically your biggest solution or your biggest comfort to say. Because people are what makes your business, and you need people to survive. So I think being able to set the type of values from the beginning, being able to basically stand for something that you truly believe in, and knowing that basically this is how you want your business to turn out, this is the type of people that you want in your business. From the onset already, you understand? People must be able to think and have the same identity as you as the founder, you understand? And I think that's one of the key elements that I took on along this journey, you understand? I mean, like, as for myself, I come from a Christian background, so some of those elements, some of those biblical elements, I have also introduced in our training centers, in our stores, you understand? Sometimes you see us praying, you understand? But these are the elements that we introduce at all our stores. And these are the type of people that you want to see coming out of the stores, because they basically a reflection of you.
So in other words, you're saying that your people, the people that you're recruiting are not necessarily coming with skills, but you're looking for similar value systems, right?
Yeah. So on average, we hardly get skilled barbers. So, so 7 out of 10 barbers that we get never held a clip in the hand before. And so these are two guys with the drive, with the right attitude, and the willingness to learn, willingness to grow in the business. And
Yeah.
and that's really something to look at. You understand? We can hire people that as skilled as they come, but doesn't have the right values and morals to basically go forward.
I absolutely love that. You know, when I was first selected to be part of the South African expedition to go to Mount Everest, I was very inexperienced, and people were questioning the reason why this leader chose me as a person to go on that expedition. And he said, you can teach a person with the right attitude anything. But if someone comes to you with a long CV and they've got the wrong attitude, they can make everything unsuccessful. So I absolutely buy into that sense of, creating a value system and getting people to match that value system first before you look at their skill set. So running such a prolifically successful business, Sheldon, must have some of its challenges when it comes to managing people on such a vast scale in such a short time, and also people that are so spread out. You are now all over South Africa, you're starting to cross the border. So it's a very hands-on business. People are in close proximity with each other. I'm pretty sure that COVID has thrown a couple of very interesting challenges your way.
Yes. I mean, COVID has showed us something that we never thought was possible. So, so I think like COVID, but there's also things that you learn out of COVID. You understand? I mean, like you learn things that you never knew was possible. You understand? You learn things that during the time sitting at home, doing nothing, you understand, trying to engage with the staff and basically seeing the morale being down because of the stores are not open. You actually learn the values that basically, if you install those proper values from the beginning, people will continue to stay by you. I mean, like when we came back from COVID, we had 100% staff that just came back, all stores, all stores closed, with all these barbers that just came back to the stores. And these barbers not the ones sort of maybe moving on, maybe they might think of doing something different. I mean, like COVID has really taught us to basically value people. And I think that's just what it is. You understand? It's just taught us that people make or break. People is your driving force.
Absolutely. So in your case, people are your driving force, and because of the values that you recruit people on, you are finding that people are willing to stick around more because they feel a sense of meaning and purpose to the work that they're doing. So my question then is, when the barbershops had to close and you had to still keep in contact with your staff, what mechanisms did you use? Were there any technological things you used? What kind of tools and techniques did you apply to keep people engaged?
So one of the things that we stand by is basically our give back initiative, because that's what Legends actually, the name Legends actually comes back from us serving our elders in our community, and they actually became the legends of our community. So that is basically fundamental that we stand up. And during the time of COVID, we advise all our stores across the country to basically take initiative and basically as small as a food parcel to help those in need during the time. And I know that all of us are struggling, but at least if you can help somebody who's worse off than what you are, it will make a difference. So I think that's one thing that also kept us going together. You understand? Because although we are able to perform our skill, we can at least make a difference in somebody's life, offering food parcel or something small for that person to live on. So I think that's one thing that we have done during COVID. And also another thing that we engaged with was Zoom. I mean, like we used to have Zoom meetings on a regular basis. It's basically just to interact, to basically upskill our supervisors and make sure that when this thing ends, that we're going to come back stronger than we were before. You understand? We used to share book ideas. We used to basically share things that during this time, what are you learning at home? And there's something that you can implement in a shop. So it has taught us a lot during the time, and basically it has given us some time to reflect on our business, to reflect on our staff, to reflect on everything that we do. You understand? And I think it was good. It was good. I know for the economy it must have been something bad, but looking back on where we came from, I think it was really a good experience to go through something like this.
So the pandemic made you think about your values again, and it made you feel purposeful in serving the community, because that's the value system that you base your business on anyway. So you were able to get your team to go back to what do we stand for, and based on that, how can we be of service, even though we can't apply our barber skills, how can we be of service to the community? And then combined with it is what kind of things can we learn for ourselves and teach each other that feeds into our business model. So that's actually quite interesting, because, you know, we're going into a time when everything is so technological, and everyone's getting quite excited about AI and digital platforms and all the things that technology can do. And what I'm hearing you say is that it comes down to the people. There's this high touch element that one cannot disregard during times like these.
Yes, no, definitely, because if you think of it during times like this, I know technology plays a huge role in what we do. I mean, like even now we basically connected via Zoom, but I mean, you can never take away that personal touch, and you can never take away that face-to-face relationship. And I think that's basically what stands the test of time. You see, I mean, there will always be replacements trying to get in the way, but I think the personal face-to-face still makes a huge difference in what you do. You see, and I think you have to value that much more as you go into all these technological things. And we have to value the face-to-face interaction.
Fantastic. So Sheldon, tell me, what are you looking forward to in a post-pandemic marketplace for your sector?
Wow. I think what I'm looking forward to is basically people coming out of their comfort zones now. And basically getting to enjoy life once more. And I think for far too long we've been afraid basically just to enjoy the meaning of what it is to be in each other's comfort zone, and to be in each other's company. And I think that's what I look forward to. I look forward to basically spending time with people, and basically just making sure that people spend time together. And I think that's really something I look forward to.
Because that idea of people coming out of their comfort zones also would mean that people are coming to the barbershops once more, hey?
Yes, definitely. That's a way we can get to serve people.
Yeah. Now, your barbershop offers a very unique experience to visitors. Just explain a little bit about that to me.
So, I think the experience is basically called the Legendary. You know, there are a lot of barbershops out there that just get a haircut, but this is not just a haircut. I mean, the barbers are trained, first of all, to basically serve you in a way that are biblical principles, you understand? So in our training center, we use biblical principles to train our guys, but also just to build a relationship, because I think building a relationship is what can set any person apart from basically the amount you pay for a haircut. You understand? So I think one of the things that we focus on, our core strength is basically building relationships, because you know that customer, although the haircut might be off once in a while, but they will still come back knowing that they have a relationship with that person, and that's something that I believe that will definitely stand the test of time. So yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. It's just that thing of, it doesn't matter where we are in our development as people, we still need the personal connection, hey, whether it's in business or in other parts of our lives. So Sheldon, one final question. Who are your influences right now? Which books are you reading? Whose podcast are you listening to?
Wow. I just finished reading a book called Atomic Habits. It's very, very powerful. I
Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits is a very powerful book. I'm also reading, it's now my fourth time reading it, but it's the 48 Laws of Power. I think I'm so inspired by basically the type of laws that is used that basically there's things that you can use on a daily basis.
The 48 Laws of Power.
48 Laws of Power. And also, I'm also reading another book called Grinding It Out. So Grinding It Out is basically a biography of Ray Kroc. I look up to McDonald's, and I mean, like, McDonald's has basically, I think they have mastered the art of franchising. They've mastered the art of growing their business into close to 40,000 stores, you understand? And basically, there's a lot that you can learn from businesses like that. So those are the books that I'm reading now. And yeah, I mean, like, I'm always reading books, and it's always a pleasure just to learn something new in every book that I open up.
So the 48 Laws, Grinding It Out, and Atomic Habits.
Yes.
I will certainly look those up. And
I
have actually done the Blinkist version of Atomic Habits, and it's really, really interesting. So, and I've seen the story. I've read quite a lot about Ray Kroc. He was a very inspiring individual. So yes, I mean, Sheldon, thank you so much. I think we've gone over time again, but that's it's part of the challenge of speaking to interesting people. And thank you so much for your time. I know you're incredibly busy, and you're opening up a new store soon, so that must really keep you on your toes. All the best to you, all the best in your business, and let's chat again soon.
Definitely. Thanks a lot for having me on the show. I appreciate it.